Hi, this is David, here to show you another Excel automation that over the years that we used it saved us hundreds of hours of employee work time. This is based on a database that had 2.4 million items that needed to be validated one by one, and then the information that was valid put back into the database to update or correct. It's done previously with a job that required precise entries in every single column, even if that particular column was not being updated. This was a problem for the end users, causing a lot of extra work because even if they had to update only a single cell in the spreadsheet in the record, they would have to ensure that they had all 20 columns updated with the correct information, same information that was already in the database, to make sure they didn't overwrite it with bad data. I developed this as a blank template that includes all the VBA code. The end user only has to input an item in column B. That is the VIP ID, which was our primary key, and any other column in this worksheet is optional. When they were done validating and ready to send the updates to the database, they would submit the file to me. I would open it and look at the yellow and orange tabs where the SQL would be auto-generated and ready to run. Now we'll switch over to the recording of the process in action. Here I will open the data file provided by one of my clients. As you can see, she has only a small subset of the data that I had in the original spreadsheet I showed you as an example. When I open it, I go to the worked code, which relates to a worked table inside our database, and then there's also the CDW data code tab, which relates to a table by the same name in our database. Pull off the SQL code, those two tabs, and copy and paste it into Toad, which was my database management tool of choice, and run the code. One note about this template is that while the SQL generation is pretty simplistic concatenation, there are additional steps taken to protect the data integrity. The first of which is that data validation is enforced on many of the cells on the data tab. However, data validation by itself isn't secure because it can be overwritten by a copy-paste operation or changed by the end user. So I have VB code in here that enforces any paste operation, checks the value before it pastes it, and confirms data validation matches. If it doesn't, it will pop up a dialog box to the user telling them which cell it's focused on and ask them to input a correct value. Once they input a corrected value and click OK, the VB code continues from where it was, checking cells for validation.